Okay. So slope or the gradient of a linear line. Now we'll understand what is a linear line. Linear line is a straight line. Straight line. Straight line means a line like this, or line like this, or line like this, right? So that's a or line like this. They are straight lines. Right. So what is a slope? What is a slope? Slope or the gradient. What is the meaning of that? Slope means how much is the elevation of the line from the positive x-axis. From the positive x-axis. What do you mean by that? So this is x-axis. This is x-axis. If you have a line like this, slope is 0. If you have a line like this, slope is not 0. Okay. So that means if you have a line, this is your xy coordinate system. If you have a line like this, we call it slope 0. Because there is no elevation, right? There is no elevation. But if you have a line like this, now you can see with the horizontal line, so because this is parallel to this, right? This is parallel to that. See, you can see these are two parallel lines. So now there is elevation, see, there is elevation. Right? There is elevation here, see. So if you have that kind of elevation, so you call it slope positive. Slope is positive number. Slope is a positive number. Now, if you have a line like this, now again, you are going to draw a line like this so that this is parallel to this. Now there is elevation, right? From here to here, there is elevation, right? Now, if you have this and that, there is no elevation, right? Here, for this one, doesn't no elevation. So that's why slope is 0. Now, the elevation of the black color line would be this. This much is elevated. The blue color line, this much is elevated, right? So if the angle, this angle is so big, like so big means more than 90, right? If this angle is big, right? Bigger than 90 degrees, that slope is a negative slope. Is a negative slope. Example, this one. Slope can be equal to a positive number like this, +2. If you have a line like this, then the slope is a negative number like that. How do you understand that? Slope is always calculating with the x-axis. How much is elevated with the positive x-axis, that axis, horizontal axis. If this angle is small, if this angle is less than 90 degrees, so it's a positive slope. Similarly, you will find the angle of this one, and this angle is more than 90 degrees. If the angle is more than 90 degree, slope is a negative slope. Slope is a negative slope. So that would be a fundamental thing that we are going to have in this section. Next one would be how to calculate the slope. How to calculate the slope of a linear line. So we will have XY coordinate system here. And here we will have two coordinates here. Suppose this coordinate is 1 and 2. The other coordinate is 3 and 6. Right? So this is 2 points, right? And this line is a straight line. Now, what kind of a slope you are expecting here? So you are expecting a positive slope. Why? Because if you draw a line like this, which is parallel to this, you can draw that line in anywhere, like here or here or here or here. It doesn't matter, right? So you draw a line which crosses that linear line here. So you draw a line like this, and that line should be parallel to this line. Then you will identify the elevation. Once you see that elevation, that angle is less than 90 degree. So slope should be positive. And that's the fundamental thing. Now we are expecting a positive slope. Now how to find the slope? Next question is how to find, right? So the slope is defined by this, rise over run. Rise over run. So let me explain that. Slope is defined by rise over run. What do you mean by rise over run? Rise means y difference. Run means x difference. Okay. So now, what is the y difference here? So you pick this y value here and the other y value here, because when you write a coordinate, the first value is x value, the second value is y value, right? So here again x value, y value. So two different positions, so two different x and y values, right? So here we need y difference. Y difference. So y difference would be 6 minus 2. Divided by x difference would be 3 minus 1. You should be able to see that very clearly. Okay, you should be able to see that very clearly. So let me do that. So y difference would be 6 minus 2 divided by 3 minus 1, and that would be 6 minus 2 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. So answer is 2. Yes. So we got the slope, which is positive 2. That makes sense. Positive 2 makes sense. Why? Because this angle is less than 90. So we are expecting a positive slope, right? So now again, what is the slope? Elevation, right? Elevation from the x-axis. Elevation from the x-axis. Now, before I conclude this, we'll discuss another question here. That question would be this. So I have another line. I have a different line here. And let me see. So let me say this one would be 1, 9. The other coordinate is 4, 2, right? Now you can see here, this coordinate is 1, 9. This one is 4, 2. And this is your x value. This is your y value. This is your x value. This is your y value at that position, right? That makes sense. Now, you are expecting a negative slope or a positive slope. So you make a line like this, which is parallel to this. Then you will see this angle. So now you see this angle is more than more than 90 degree. So we expect, right? We expect a negative slope, right? Negative slope. So now we'll do the calculation now. So slope is again rise over run. So rise would be again y difference divided by x difference. So y difference would be, you take this y value here and minus this y value. So that would be 9 minus 2 divided by, then you take this x value here and minus this x value. So 1 minus 4. You do that, 9 minus 2 is 7. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So the answer should be minus 7 divided by 3. Now you can see the slope is a minus value and makes sense. Right? So now we'll do the calculation properly. So y difference would be 9 minus 2 divided by 1 minus 4. So it's going to be 7 divided by minus 3. So it's a minus 7 divided by 3. And that makes sense.